Hi guys, this is going to be my guide on the Clicky test for Medicos. So Medicos are known for being pretty tricky locks. They are rated as purple belt on the belt ranking. And, well, for the majority they are. For the M4 it's rated red, but that's okay. They are known for being tricky locks for a good reason. I'll rake to reset rotations there. And that is because in nearly all Medicos, it looks a bit like this on the inside. There's a sidebar, and there are pins that need to be rotated. This is an M3 that needs to be rotated so that the little notch here in the pin lines up with this. So in some locks you push, in some you pull. Depends really on your preference. I'm more of a pushing kind of guy. I think that it works quite well, and eventually you'll have this line up with this, and it will allow the sidebar to fully retract. So that's what I'm going to teach you how to identify in today's video. A lot of people have asked for this, and that's exactly what I'll try and do. So Medeco, sorry, often you'll hear people say, well, if you pick Medeco, you want to go counterclockwise. And that's because if you pick counterclockwise, 90% of the time, you'll be picking against the sidebar first. Now, why do people call that easier? Well, when you have things that interact with the sidebar, 90% of the time, the deeper you are into a false set, the harder the sidebar will bind, and therefore the harder it is to actually get the elements to interact with the sidebar. So in this case, in Medecos, the little pins, do I have tweezers on me? I hope so. That would be really unfortunate if I didn't and I had to use my hands. I will have to use my hands, which is a bit unlucky. But Medeco pins, at least most of them, come with focus for me. Come with a true gate, which is the deep chisel that you can see here, and a false gate, which is the very light chisel that you can see next to it here. So false gate, true gate. And false gates are very, very effective, especially when the sidebar is heavily engaged, which is why a lot of people tell you to go counterclockwise first, because that will mean the sidebar engages first, and you don't have to worry about the false set that you're going to probably contend against if you go clockwise, where you have to pick the top pins first, and then the sidebar fully engages. So we'll go counterclockwise for this demonstration. This is a biaxial, so that means that the pins can be either left-facing or right-facing. It doesn't really matter, because in the end, it's just something that you'll learn to pick either way. And, well, I mean, if you can't, then you'll learn to. So my guide for this is to go from the back with tension, reasonably moderate tension, and you want to find a binder. 5, 6, 5, 4. 4 makes my pick stick. And so what I do at first is lighten up tension and go back and forth. See if the pin actually wants to move. And as you lighten up tension whilst you do that, eventually you'll start to hear click. Now, at the moment, I'm not certain if this is a true gate or a false gate, but the Clicky test means that it's an A gate so far, and it's more likely than not to be the true gate at the beginning. So we'll go to the back again, and we'll find something that stops my pick, and it's pin 5, and we'll do the same thing. And again, you hear that clicking? That means it's in the gate. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 now. 1 stops my pick. And so I'll sort of float my tension against it. And for some reason it's really binding the top part. I think I've got it set though. I'm not too certain, but we'll have to find out. And we'll go on with a deeper hook now because I'm not able to really feel much anymore. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, okay, so it is 1. So when dealing with the first pin, in my experience, the easiest way to rotate it is actually to take it from the back or front and just go in one direction, see if that works, and keep resetting tension. Because the good thing about the sidebar is that the finger pins, that is the key pins that need to be rotated, will often not reset their rotations when they fall or when you lessen tension. So another thing that makes this much easier is that you can afford to actually completely reset your tension and it'll still be in the exact same place where you started off. So we'll go from 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wait. So that feels good. I think I'm going to go with a slightly deeper hook that's a bit thinner. This keyway is a bit restrictive, but not too bad. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So one's Clicky, two's Clicky, 3. And again, sort of floating this tension, giving it a bit of a back and forth. Until it starts clicking. And sometimes some pins do want to be set before they want to rotate. It's just something that happens. Okay, I haven't quite picked to control. And the Elphic probably wasn't the best demonstration to use, but it'll work. There we are. So you'll have heard as I go back and forth, each little pin makes a bit of a click until it inevitably opens. So when you have a Medeco open like this, actually you can let gravity fall, and as you relock it, And for this sake, we'll retension it again. And the pins should be more or less in the same rotations that they were. And again, when you try and do the back and forth, listen to that, the clicking sound. And that's the clicky test, where you just go back and forth, you sort of feel, and you make sure that that is correct set rotation. And that's how you'll be able to open your first Medeco like I just did. Thank you for watching.